Someone cuts you off in traffic. A coworker talks down to you. A loved one misunderstands your intentions. And just like that, your peace is gone. Your chest tightens. Your mind races. You want to explain yourself, defend your pride, maybe even strike back. But pause right here, because this moment is everything. This is the thin line between wisdom and weakness. The Stoics understood something most people never learn. Life will always test you. The insult, the loss, the disrespect, those are inevitable. What defines you is not what happens, but how you respond. The ancient Stoics didn't live calm lives. They ruled empires, faced betrayal, exile, and death, yet they mastered calm minds. Today, I'll share 5 Stoic responses that turn chaos into clarity, anger into awareness, and pain into power. Stay until the end, because the 5th response is rarely mastered, but it changes everything. Let's begin. Response 1. Interesting. Let's think this through. Most people react instantly when challenged, either attacking or defending. The Stoic does something different. They pause. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," they say, "Interesting. Let's think this through." That single sentence creates space between emotion and action. You move from reaction to reflection. I once worked with someone who disagreed with nearly everything I said. At first, I took it personally. Then one day, when he criticized my idea, I calmly replied, "That's interesting. Let's explore your view." His hostility faded instantly. We went from arguing to collaborating. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Curiosity isn't weakness, it's control. Response 2. You might be right, and I'll take responsibility for my part. The ego hates responsibility. Strength welcomes it. When you calmly admit your share, without shame or defense, aggression loses its fuel. It's almost impossible to fight someone who owns their mistakes. Imagine someone says, "You're always late with reports." Instead of arguing, you respond, "You might be right. I haven't been consistent, and I'm fixing that." Watch what happens. Their anger dissolves. Seneca wrote that true strength comes from accepting responsibility, not guilt, but freedom. When you own your response, no one controls your emotions. Response 3. That's one way to see it. Here's another. This response is calm confidence. You acknowledge another viewpoint without surrendering your own. It says, "I hear you, but I think for myself." Stoic thinkers lived under intense pressure to conform. They survived by disagreeing with dignity, not defiance. When someone says, "You'll never succeed doing that," you calmly reply, "That's one way to see it. Here's another." No anger, no defense, just quiet strength, firm, not fragile. Response 4. I appreciate you sharing your view. Gratitude is unexpected, and that's why it works. When someone criticizes you harshly, respond with appreciation. It disarms them. I once watched a mentor get publicly insulted. The critic was loud and furious. My mentor simply said, "Thank you for your honesty." The room went silent. Gratitude signals emotional mastery. It tells the world, "My peace doesn't depend on your behavior." Response 5. Silence and a small smile. This is the response of mastery. No words, no defense, just presence. Silence isn't weakness. It's strength that no longer seeks validation. Epictetus said growth requires being willing to be misunderstood. Silence exposes those who feed on reaction. I once witnessed a board meeting where a man was unfairly accused. He said nothing. When the accusations ended, he calmly asked, "Are you finished?" and continued the meeting. That moment taught me more about composure than any book ever could. Sometimes, silence is the loudest response. Life will test you every single day. People will misunderstand you, disrespect you, disappoint you. The world will not protect your peace, but your response, that always belongs to you. It is your final freedom. The Stoics remind us, respond with curiosity, not defense. Take responsibility without ego. Respect others without losing yourself. Choose gratitude over anger, and use silence when words would only cost you peace. You don't need to be a philosopher to live this way. You just need to remember one truth: control begins within. The next time someone tests your patience, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Most of the time, it isn't. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You always have the option of having no opinion." So stay calm, stay grounded, and when the storm comes, because it always does, remember this: you are not the storm. You are the mountain. If this message resonated with you, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and modern philosophy to help you stay calm, strong, and unshakable.